Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Stephen Wang, the product manager for the ThinkPad Aura X9 to talk about the new Aura Edition laptop. Stephen, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Beth. Great to have this opportunity to join you to introduce you about the new ThinkPad X9 Aura Edition program.
Amazing. Well, we're really excited to get into some of the features, the capabilities, and the exclusive community Q&A at the end of today's show and tell. But before we get into all the juicy details on the ThinkPad Aura, Stephen, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're tuning in from today?
So my name is Stephen Wang. I'm based in Beijing office of Lenovo, and I'm currently a member of the Lenovo Commercial Product Center as a product manager that is currently in charge of the ThinkPad X9 15. My daily job includes the planning and doing marketing research and user research, these kind of things. So I'm also very appreciated to have this opportunity to get the questions and the concerns or the points that are actual users that are currently curious about our products.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, we're really excited to get to be able to share that and connect the dots between our customers. So thank you so much for being on, Stephen. So you have a couple laptops there in front of you. Can you walk us through what you have and do a little show and tell here?
Yeah, sure. So here we have two of the ThinkPad X9 laptops. So this one is the one that I'm currently doing the conference call. This one, I'm going to show you how it's different from the classic ThinkPads and how this product brings the experience of the customers to a new high level. First, as I open this laptop up, you can see how sleek this laptop is. So it still goes 180 degrees, but you can barely see it from the sideway. So everything, yeah. So every like the thick parts are contained in this far area that we call it the engine hub. So in this, we have the motherboard, we have the fans, we have the I/Os. So so that we can to eliminate the thickness of the front part to the very extreme level. So basically, all of these parts on the X9 are the battery. So that's why we can fit in a huge capacity of 80 watt-hour battery in this kind of sleek machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also we have this.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And I'm not sure whether it's clear on the camera, but we have these kind of waves design on the D cover. So apart from adding the aesthetics to the system, it also adds to the grips. So when because it's a very sleek and a metallic laptop, so when I hold the laptop like this, basically this is how I hold the laptop daily during my work time. If I need to travel between my a working spot and the meeting rooms, so it also adds the grips so that it won't slide or fall out of my hands.
That's awesome.
And and when I open it up, you can see a gorgeous OLED display, and it's a touch screen, right? And on the keyboard, as I just said, there's something missing here, the little red dot, and also on the trackpad, the haptic touchpad. We don't have the traditional 3 key on the trackpad, but on the contrast, we are releasing the area on the haptic touchpad so that user can have a bigger area when they're navigating on their the haptic touchpads.
That's pretty amazing to have a ThinkPad without the track point. For everyone who's watching along, let us know what you think about that. Do you like that new design? Are you excited to try it out? Or is it like a, what happened to the track point? Let us know. But that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's something that definitely stood out to me. And you can really see that thinness from here. It's so sleek. It almost looks delicate. It's so beautiful, but we know how strong it is. So I also loved that post-consumer aluminum content in the building of the laptop itself. So there's some pretty cool updates and kind of combination features here that do make this a really cool laptop.
Yeah, yeah. And
We love to
another
see
thing
that.
about the track point. So this is only applies. The missing of this track point only applies to the ThinkPad X9 series. So rest assured, for those who love the track points, you can still get that from all the other classic ThinkPad series, like the ThinkPad X1s, T series, and all the other series. So no need to be panicked about that. Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. I'm feeling calmer already. Well, we have a couple amazing questions from our community members, starting with some of the conceptual design of the Aura series itself. So our first question is from Judith. And Judith was asking, what is one of the key consumer pain points or market opportunities that really inspired the development of the Aura laptop line?
Right. So this Aura Edition program is basically a collaboration between Lenovo and Intel, these two industry-leading companies. So because there are also a lot of other great companies that are making like the consumer electronics devices. So we're finding that what matters to the customers the most isn't about the detailed specs or like the figures that we show on our product spec pages, but the actual product experiences. Mm-hmm. So we cut off from the user's pain points in their daily life and what's their like the desired experience when they're using their laptop devices. So we rolled out a very big worldwide like the user research among all like the product brands, not only limited to ThinkPad or Lenovo, mm-hmm. but this kind of the entire industry. And we found that basically users want to be uninterrupted when they are using their devices. They don't want to worry about like things like when to charge or like settings or figuring out the settings in the system menus, and doing like multi-device collaboration like between their cell phone and their laptop, because mm-hmm. These are the electronic devices that people generally use in their daily working life. Another thing is about the troubleshooting. So that's why we have the 3 smart experiences in this year's Aura Edition program. So the Smart Share is basically a soft multi-device collaboration thing between the handphone and the laptop. So you can tap your cell phone to the laptop, no matter it's a iOS device or an Android device. Mm-hmm. You can just tap your phone with the laptop, and then there will be a window popped up. So you can drag and drop the medias in your gallery between the phone and the laptop. So it's a two-way thing. Mm-hmm. The other smart experience is the smart modes. So we have several preset modes in the Aura Edition devices of Lenovo. Mm-hmm. So we the dedicated key on our keyboard for switching between these modes. We have the privacy mode, we have the wellness mode, we have the focus mode, we have the collaboration mode, and also we can adjust the system settings easily through this little widget that is called from this mode button on our keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So I heard some awesome stuff within that answer, with the actual kind of inspiration for the Aura product line came from really trying to listen into the user experience and making sure we designed the next product really around that feedback. I especially heard that in the battery optimization, and the sleekness, and some of these other features that really go into that Aura line. That also answers one or two other questions we had about the concept of the Aura line from Richie S. and again from Judith S. on some of how the Aura line is different than some of our other laptop lines. And then how do they compare against each other, right? So the Aura ThinkPad versus the Aura ThinkBook. We heard some of the differences already and what you talked about with the design, but is there anything else you wanted to add in how the Aura, this particular ThinkPad X9 Aura, differs a little bit from the other Aura edition laptops?
In terms of the Aura part, no matter it's a ThinkPad, it's an X1 or it's an X9 or it's a yoga device, as long as a as long as an Aura edition device, the Aura smart experiences are identical to each other. So users will be able to get the equally great of the Aura smart experience on all of the Lenovo Aura edition devices.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically for ThinkPad X9, so apart from the Aura edition parts, you still get the very good build quality and durability that is inherited from the ThinkPad brand, and business appearance. It's a full metal body, this kind of things that is different from the other Aura edition devices.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. That's great to know. The next couple questions we have are about the design of the Aura itself. So Joffrey K asked, how much AI integration is possible at this early stage of the Aura AI line? How do we go about making those determinations while leaving, hopefully, open the possibility of future upgrades within the AI part?
We have this Lenovo AI now and the Microsoft Copilot embedded into these Aura edition devices. And also in the future, as the generative AI is getting more and more popular and technology is like on hourly basis, so we'll be also adopting these kind of AI-based technologies into our edition smart experience. But so basically, it's gonna coming in the upcoming years. So stay tuned. Also, the current device within the Aura edition scope is gonna be able to get those upgrades in the following years.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that, Stephen. That's a cool differentiation because I know one of the AI capabilities are definitely one of the standout features and upgrades about this Aura line specifically. So that's great to hear. Now we have a couple questions specific about the features. So Martin C asked, I'm curious at how much less wattage an OLED screen like the S9 has versus an older LCD.
Generally speaking, the OLED display should be having very similar power, like a consumption, the traditional LCD screens. But on the series, we are supporting the dynamic refresh rate and variable refresh rate on the display panel. And also we are shipping the device with a dark mode as a default setting.
Very nice.
So that the power consumption of this OLED display is going to be significantly reduced comparing with the regular OLED display. Yeah, that's what we have done on this I think the X9 series display in terms of the power saving.
That's awesome. Thank you, Stephen. All right, our next question is from Jessica E, and she's asking, is the ThinkPad X9 Aura series compatible with OpenBSD?
So in terms of the OpenBSD or this kind of Unix, Linux support scope, so the ThinkPad X9 series is gonna support Linux, especially the Ubuntu systems. But so far, the drivers hasn't been released yet, but it's gonna be released, and we are also gonna have the ThinkPad X9 series shipped with the Ubuntu system being preloaded and directly to the customer.
Amazing. That's great news. Thank you for the question, Jessica. Thank you for the answer, Stephen. So our next question on features comes from Robert A. about the new haptic trackpad and what that's like to use and how responsive that is.
Right. So in terms of the haptic touchpad, so basically it simulates the click through the vibration of the touchpad. So the feeling of this should be very identical or very similar to the traditional trackpad, but with more areas to be clicked. And in terms of the responsiveness, it should be very similar to the conventional trackpads. And also another thing to emphasize is that we have a huge haptic touchpad embedded to the ThinkPad X9 series. It's 135 mm times 80 on the X9 15, and it's 130 times 80 on the X9 14.
Awesome. So that's great. That size, the extra responsiveness, it's going to be a really cool experience to try out. I'm excited to do so. I'm sure those who are watching are excited as well. The next one is again from Robert A. asking about how the new design helps to emphasize the coolness of the laptop. Is there anything else that went into that conceptually, especially with that engine hub, to keep the laptop cool while using it for an extended period of time?
Yeah, so this is how we manage all these kind of like the thermal, these kind of things on the ThinkPad X9 series. All the cooling systems are area, and basically the wind comes in, the air, the cool air comes in from the bottom of the system, being sucked in by these two fans here, and then it will be like the blown out from the rear of the system on the back side. So user won't be able to, and especially on the front part, because it's all about the batteries. So user won't be able to feel the heat of the system if they are putting their laptop on their lap. So that's how we handle the cooling these kind of things on the ThinkPad X9 series.
It looks cool and it stays cool in both ways. Very nice. Stephen, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on today, and everyone watching along, we hope you've enjoyed this exclusive product demo and presentation just for you on the ThinkPad X9 Aura laptop. Please let us know what you thought of today's demo in the comments below the post. And was there anything that you wish we got into more, especially some of those smart sharing capabilities, some of the interior design or that engine hub, and any other features or questions you may have about this line? Please let us know in the comments below. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.